All right. Good morning. Today, gym. Of course. Of course, we head to the gym. And today, we get to go to the gym I prefer to go to, which is the one that's not by the office. And that's okay. Because we ain't going to the office today. Today, we use the at home office, which we're going to do a little rearranging, switching it up. Anyhow, the gym. The plan for the gym is chest. Chest is best, and no, it's not a Monday. Because I don't give a fuck what day it is. I'm on one today, so just bear with me. All right, rolling out. Plan is chest. Chest is my favorite. Chest is my most overworked muscle in the last decade. And it's really what made me fall in love with weightlifting. So that's okay. Bench pressing. Let's see. I got a lot of thoughts on this. So first I'll say this. I literally have zero accomplishments in my entire life besides being a dad and recovery and getting clean. So like I have no trophies. I've never accomplished anything. I didn't play sports. I was doing drugs at 11 years old. So I didn't get into none of that stuff. I didn't do band. I didn't have extracurricular activities. I skateboarded, smoked pot, and whatever. So no accomplishments. So when I got into weightlifting, the first time I bench pressed was on a Smith machine. I'll never forget this. The guy who was my therapist at the time for substance abuse took me under his wing, and he was this jacked 60-year-old black dude. And he took me to the gym, and we bench pressed on a Smith machine, and the most weight I could put on that for a couple reps was 25 pounds on each side. So 50 pounds plus the Smith bar, which is probably like 30. So like 80 pounds bench press was my max. And I was big, like probably 240 pounds of pure fat. So an 80-pound bench press, this is 2014, beginning of 2015, and really fell in love with weightlifting. Became part of my daily routine, like a big part of my recovery, of just a part of my new life, process, habits, hobbies. Weightlifting is my biggest hobby. So anyway, over time, obviously, as anything, I got stronger and I got better. And long story short, fast forward, I think it took, God, when did I do that? I have pictures and I have the date because I made it a big thing. I had finally benched 315 pounds. And so I want to say it was like 4 or 5 years later. And well, I invited a bunch of people to the lift. But first I'll tell you about the fail, which was, I had gotten 305. I remember all this really clearly. I had gotten 305 like easy. When I was getting closer and closer, I got 305 easy. And it's annoying dealing with traffic while you're trying to talk. So the 305 went up so easy, I was dead confident in 315. This is also where I found out what a fucking difference 5 pounds makes when you're at your max weights. Like there's a reason there's 2.5 pound plates, and this is why. So I hit 305. The next, I probably waited 2 or 3 days because I was excited, and I'm like, I'm gonna hit this 315 bench. So I go in there, and my buddy, who we all call Coach, he's in there. I said, Coach, spot me. I'm going to get this 315 bench. He saw me get 305 easy. So he's like, you got this. So he sits down behind me to spot me. And I unrack 315. I bring it down. And I can't even fucking move it off my chest. And he had to call over 2 people because he wasn't ready to spot me. And I had already failed and my muscles like gave out. Like I couldn't even help him, help me. So he calls over a couple people, they get it off of me. He said, Zach, I was ill prepared for that fail. And that was super discouraging and kind of like one of my first tastes of failure. People get to experience this when they're young with sports and stuff and start to understand that failure is ultimately how you succeed. But I take failure. I used to take failure as might as well fucking quit, But luckily I got over that thought process, and about a month later, I kept lifting. I got the 305 again, felt real strong and confident. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to invite my wife and a couple people to come watch this, and we're going to film it, and I'm going to get 315. And when I first bench pressed the 315, finally, it was fucking, I probably could have got 3 reps out of it. It was so smooth. And anyway, the whole point of that was the first time I had accomplished like a goal that I set my mind to that took years. Like, talk about delayed gratification. It took fucking years with minimal results consistently. Like, go up 5 pounds a month, and 5 pounds a month on how much you can bench press. So the gym has a lot of parallels to life about consistency, delayed gratification, commitment, persistence, failing your way to success, like all kinds of parallels. So yeah, all that's to say I love chest. That was the whole point of that. And it's the only muscle group that I ever have done 2 days a week prior to now. And it's really my strongest suit. I enjoy doing it. I don't do 1 rep maxes anymore. I don't even know what mine is. It's probably still only 315. The most I ever bench pressed was 345 for a 1 rep. But I'm so afraid of fucking my shoulder up or ripping a peck off my bones. I just don't want to do that. So maybe once in a great while. But right now, I really like the idea of, again, Sam Sulik, he said, why don't we focus more on what the 10 rep max is and give that more attention? And I like that idea. Like, what's my 10 rep max? So right now it's probably about 225, maybe 235 for a 10 rep max. Maybe we'll find out today. And then, yeah, so chest is going to involve, I can do a lot of volume with chest, but I'm trying right now to not make that the goal and make the goal to absolutely destroy and tear my muscles in a good, healthy way with the least amount of volume possible. So we'll just make sure we stimulate the fuck out of my muscles and not focus on a 2-hour chest day, because I can do a 2-hour chest day. So we'll probably start with bench. Then I've been liking these cable kind of push downs. It's like a decline cable push down. Do some flies with dumbbells. Probably do some flies with the machine, maybe, or just one of those. And then, see, I'm already getting too many workouts. Probably some shotguns with dumbbells thrown in there, and call it. So it's gonna be a good chest day. I've been thinking about this a lot. I'm trying to get like my back to feel like that kind of day, because really I avoided back for years. We'll talk about that tomorrow. But I want my back to feel like my chest day does. Like, I know exactly what I'm going to do. It's going to be a good, strong, heavy lift. I know I'm going to have a pump, and I know it's going to grow. Like, that's what needs to happen with all the rest of my body parts. But my back would be the weakest link for sure. So we're going to do this. Going to the gym I like. It's the day I like. It's the weather I like. I'm going to like today, I guess. And besides that, thoughts for the day. No office work. We've got some rearranging at the home office to do to start setting up an area for making soaps and necklaces and the fun hippie stuff. And then it's kind of today might be a kind of a family day after that. So, all right, let's get this lift in. All right, so we started off the lift with some 135 bench press, just a little warm up. I think we did 2 sets of this. Moved on to a little heavier set, 225. Got this for 9, I believe. So I was talking about that 10 rep max, and I kind of had that in mind when I was doing this. This is a little inclined. I was expecting 12, but I'll take the 9. No problem. We hit it again, and we got, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, definitely, and I was feeling them, and my shoulder was feeling it a little bit, not in a bad way. Just pumped right up though. So we got our 3rd set in at 225. Took a little bit of weight off here, put on some quarters. I kind of was pyramiding back down with that. All right, then we moved on to, these are the cable push downs I was talking about. And I just discovered these this year. The idea, and this wasn't the best angle to show, but I'm kind of just trying to bring my elbows back and push down. Like, almost if I was standing a little more upright, which I think I I changed right there. I'm just pushing down. It's a real, like a declined, kind of like past decline press, and I am just squeezing my chest. And this pretty much hits my entire chest. I love these. I start off chest day a lot with these lately. I ended up increasing the weight a little bit here. I think I ended up doing these for like 5 sets. I did more volume than I had planned. I told you I wasn't going to do a lot of volume. I love chest day, and it always ends up being more. So it was feeling good. Did some one-armed. Same thing, one arm, just kind of trying to concentrate on specific areas. Really pushing into the center of my chest and down with these. All right, then we moved on. We'd already bench pressed, of course. This is a little bit more of a shotgun, real close hands, elbows in tighter, focusing on the center of my chest with these on the machine. And most of these sets were till I was, failure. either mentally or physically. To finish everything off, I did some flies. I was standing around debating. All the benches were taken up. It was busy over there. I was going to do dumbbell flies, which I think sounded the best. I didn't want to do the machine fly, but this is kind of a good rate in between both those things where I can get a real good extension back, get a nice stretch. It's probably safer than dumbbells. And then, got it in. Then I actually had one more thing. We ended the whole workout with these, which is a real, it's kind of bringing it from the bottom up across, and you're just really focused on like center of chest. And here's me looking at myself, I think, and my big pumped up chest. And then maybe one or two more of those, and we banged it out. Well, that was a solid ass lift. I don't got the microphone on, so hopefully this sounds all right. Gonna have myself a couple powdered donuts if you don't mind. A little dextrose, huh? Call that a little bit of justification, maybe. A little insulin spike. Little. Alright, donuts just taste good, and I feel like after the gym's the only time I'm allowed to have one, so shut the fuck up. Solid chest day. Feel good. Can stand on that one. Heading home. Then get some food. That's food time. Tear the muscles up. Get food. Have a little protein shake. A little bit of chicken. A little bit of fucking brown rice. I wish it was white rice. And that's about it. Enjoying this beautiful drive right here. This is a little back road area full of changing leaves on the trees. There's always deer here as well. I got nothing. I ripped my chest up. I'm gonna eat some food, and then I'm gonna do work and family stuff. Life on repeat. Dad jacked. Have a good day, friends.